Hi everyone, we are on day 4 of 0917 Lifestyles Creative Exchange powered by Wonder. This project is not just for you and me, but the frontliners as well. Donation funds that will be collected will all be used for the production of additional PPEs. You may scan to pay your donations through the QR code provided on the screen. Big or small, your contributions will go a long way. Of course, for transparency, a PPE costs about 500 pesos each. Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Santiago and this is day 4 of 0917 Lifestyles Creative Exchange powered by Wonder. So this is the last day of the webinar series and today's topic is one of the things that we've been, looking forward to since the beginning of the week. And it's about managing stress and anxiety and all these feelings that we're having. So together with 0917 Lifestyle, we're putting a focus on taking care of our mental wellness by virtually and creatively reconnecting with ourselves and, of course, everybody else that's with us today or in your homes or kung saan man. Again, a gentle reminder that this project is not just for you and me, but for the frontliners as well. Donation funds that will be collected will all be used for the production of additional PPEs. You may scan to pay your donations through the QR code provided on the screen. You'll see it right there. Remember that big or small your contributions will go a long way. So it doesn't matter 50 pesos, 5,000 pesos, whatever you can afford. And so long as you are willing, then please go ahead and share. And of course, for transparency, we wanted to let everybody know that the PPE costs 500 pesos each. So again, you're watching day 4 of Creative Exchange, powered by Wonder. Today we have Kimi Lu to give us tips on managing stress and anxiety through creative visualization. But before we start, here's a little introduction on Kimi. Kimi is a life and corporate coach, Reiki master, practitioner, and author of Master Dating, International Guidebook to Celebrate Life. She is a licensed certified master neuro-linguistic hypnotherapy life coach, Reiki master practitioner, and certified NIA instructor who has been conducting private sessions and workshops for the past 10 years. Through these healing modalities, she helps individuals and corporate teams in their personal development journey towards more positivity and authenticity. So, welcome, Kimi.
Hi. I know you can hear my voice. Wait just a minute. There. Hello. There's two of me.
Hi,
Okay.
girl. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, guys. And I am so looking forward to our conversation. How many hours? But 1 hour lang ba to? Kasi I
1 hour,
feel
but
I feel
madaming
we can
time.
go on. Kasi
I
so
know, I know, I know.
yeah. But
Um,
anyway, we made
sorry,
it. We
sorry,
made
I
We're here and we made it. So I'm
yes,
glad.
yes, I really like your background. The
Yes,
pattern,
that is my backside, ladies.
sloping backside.
Yes, here na lang like that. Okay.
All right. Before we start, guys, feel free to send in your questions during, after the talk or the series. You can
Mhm.
type it in the Q&A box, not in the chat, please, just in the Q&A. And we'll do our best to answer them again during and after or throughout the
I
series.
think throughout it's very casual. I want it to be like a conversation with everyone. So if you have any questions, feel free to just type them down in that question box. Inulit ko lang eh.
Yun,
Kasi na,
okay. Yes, they missed at naglag ako.
okay.
So I guess we wanted to start with, despite all of us being at home with their families, or sometimes, some people, they are far away from their families, so they're alone. People are experiencing, of course, difficulties. And these difficulties in that sense would be, having all these feelings, like I mentioned earlier, stress, anxiety.
Mm.
I mean, I myself, I'm experiencing anxiety towards the future, towards, my job. Parang, oh my God, may trabaho pa ba ako bukas? Sana
Oo.
pa. So, I mean, our son going to school, a lot of things. Ang dami tayong iniisip because so many things
Madami.
are uncertain.
Yes.
So I guess the question would be, how do we even begin?
Oh my gosh. Well, I would always say with anything, even before this whole thing happened, and obviously during, mas lalo na, I tell people just breathe. And it's like, what? Why am I gonna breathe? Like that's a normal thing to do. I do it all the time. But what are you saying really? What does just breathe mean? And it really helps ground you. You'll take a pause for a while, and whenever you're breathing properly, then the thoughts that come into your mind becomes more flowing. So would you want to breathe with me right now, Sarah? Just 3 deep breaths in and out, and I invite everyone. Yeah, I'd like to invite everyone. Take 3 deep breaths in and out, just to settle in this session as well. So take a deep breath in, and then slowly exhale. So breathe through, exhale through your mouth, and then breathe in through your nose, and then slowly exhale. And then one more time, take a deep breath in, and slowly exhale. So just with 3 deep breaths in and out, it takes you to a more peaceful place right away, immediately. And when you're in that state, in that moment, then you can start thinking more of things positively instead of, I mean, obviously the uncertainties are there. That's the reality. We are worried about our jobs. We are worried about our families, your child as well. So when you get to breathe, then you can get to think better as well. So you want to think better, right? Um, so that's my number one. It's really to breathe. And um, how are you feeling now, Sarah, with those 3 breaths?
Actually, feeling better because I noticed when I'm pag nasa stress, you kind of hold your breath, right? And
Yes,
then
yes.
I notice that my shoulders are super, parang
Yes,
I'm tense,
correct.
and I'm holding my breath until somebody points out, you gotta breathe. And then that's the only time I remember. But I
Right.
wanted to ask you, sabi mo kasi, it has to be proper breathing, and then you noted
Correct.
dapat you breathe out through your mouth. What is the
Mhm.
how does it help to breathe out through the mouth instead of like kunyari sa ilong lang?
So from the mouth, the out breath is longer than my in breath.
Hmm.
So yeah, so it makes it longer. When it is longer, your heartbeat also slows down. It sends a signal to your heart, and then it sends a signal to your brain to, okay, relax. You got this. You're okay. At least for the moment. 'Di ba pag meron rin naman nagpa-panic, short yung breaths nila.
Mm.
Okay. And then like the first aid guy will say, just breathe. And that's exactly what we just did. We breathed. So will you take a deep breath in and then slowly exhale and then try to make it as slow as possible. Make it longer than your in breath.
When
Yeah.
you exhale, you mean?
When you exhale, you make it slow. Yes, correct. So I would say just breathe first, but I haven't answered your question. I know. Ang dami na natin ginawa, pero what's the answer to that when you're being anxious and all? I would say focus on what you can do right now. What is it that you can be productive with? I know some people aren't productive naman, and it's also okay. Everything is valid right now because it is a worldwide anxiety, I guess. And after this, it doesn't end because maybe next year everybody naman will have the trauma of this pandemic. So right now we are grieving our normal lives. We are grieving our daily routines. We are grieving um, like our social setting
Yeah.
in life. Um, so that was lost. And it's been, what, 2 months already. And people are also coping differently. Some people become super busy, and that's me actually. Like, I'm coping that way, so that I don't really think about it too much. Some people just stay in bed all day. That's how they're coping. Some people clean everything. Oh my gosh, their floor is shining because they've been cleaning. Okay.
Nakapag-spring cleaning na, maricondo, everything.
Diba? Ayun. So, we're all dealing with it differently. It's just yung pag namatayan, diba? We don't know how to deal with it. And we need to go through healing throughout this year and even until next year. Even your kids now, I don't have a kid, but like your child will have to go through some sort of healing as well. Because now, wala siyang kaklase, wala siyang kalaro. 'Di ba? And
Just
then,
us.
yeah, tapos ang kausap niya nasa screen. So parang, that's kind of like messing with our brains, right? So, I would say focus on the now. Um, I would always suggest create some sort of schedule for the day,
Mhm.
and it's just for the day, not even for the week and not even for the month, just for the day, because we're just surviving. We're trying to survive on a daily basis. We never know what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, there's another announcement happening. Oh my gosh, there's another report coming in. Like, let's just live today. That's what I can say.
That's a good point. Kasi with me, because I'm a planner, so I
Mhm.
plan my days ahead, up to a full week or 2 weeks if possible. But yun nga, parang I realized, mas napapressure ako na parang, oh my God, pag hindi nasunod yung plan or hindi ko na alam yung gagawin ko. I don't know, I think I'm doing it to myself. So I think it's a good point. I mean, for other people also who are similar to how I am or with similar routines or patterns of behavior, I guess it's good to also be reminded na, oh nga, we are trying to just survive and be okay.
Mhm. Yeah, yes, agree. Um, so I think the proper word there would be also being fully present today.
Mm.
Um, so I've been doing a lot of sessions for companies and for individuals, and they keep saying, you know what, now I have time. The others, they would
Mhm.
say, oh, now I have more time, like to check up on people, to like start baking and do your cleaning. And then I would tell them, you know what? We don't have more time. Our times are the time is the same. We have 24 hours, 7 days a week. The only difference now, which is this is where I see the beauty. I think the creative side comes in. Um, I see the beauty because now we actually prioritize things,
Mhm.
right? Like the time is the same, the number of hours is the same, but now we're prioritizing. Wait a minute, that's not so important pala. This one is more important. Maybe my time with my child is more important. Me being able to share a meal with my family and be fully present is more important than maybe that meeting. Now, before I was going crazy about the meeting and, like coming up with a presentation. And now you're like, no, I think my sleep is more important to me. So there we're just learning how to prioritize, and that's why in the beginning of this I was really thinking there is beauty in this. Like, not a lot of people are seeing it because people are getting sick and even passing away, but there is a massive collective consciousness that has been awakened. And I would like to focus on that. And everybody who's watching, if you can just, like embrace that, then your perspective also changes.
I think maybe the trouble with that, Kim, sometimes is
Mhm.
I've been seeing din kasi a lot of the conversations online, and then they talk about how, yes, our feelings are valid, but there are, parang some people get trapped in a certain feeling or activity that they don't, hindi na sila makaalis doon. I mean, aside from really, literally, we're trapped in the four corners of our homes.
Mm.
So parang kunyari, that feeling of you can't get out of bed anymore. It's hard to pull yourself out. I mean, it's valid. I mean, you can
Yeah.
give yourself, I guess, a few days to do that. But how do you pull out of that?
So here's an exercise that I do, and I've been doing it to everyone, and maybe you can join in on this one. Um, I tell people to check in on themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and try to rate how they're feeling from 1 to 10. 10 is the highest. 10 means their well-being is okay, and it could be a 5 or a 6, but you're kind of like owning the feeling that you have when you do that. And what's the beauty in owning your feeling? When you own something, like for example, my cell phone right now, I can, because I own it, I can give it away. I can sell it. I can throw it. I can destroy it. I can keep it, or I can keep using it because I own it. So I have power over it. Okay. So when you label or when you feel your feelings and put a number to it, then you own it. You're like, oh, so I'm a 6 today. That means you have power over it. You have power over what you want to do with it. So maybe today, okay, I'm in bed, I'm a 5. What am I going to do with it? Maybe today I'm going to try to take a shower because I know I'm a 5. So, what about you? I'd like to ask you, where are you right now in terms of your well being?
Me, this morning, I think I was a 5. And then I did some meditation through this app, Stop, Breathe, and Think, which I really like. Because the way that you're telling me, kanina, to identify my emotions, to check in with myself, that app helps me do that. Um, hindi masyadong tumaas. But I mean, I'm a 6 now. And I mean, I
Oh,
put on a face. So, parang
yeah,
I feel a little better.
right. So that is the first part. So you
Mhm.
check in with yourself, kind of like put a number, and then you do like your self talk and say, okay, so what are we gonna do about this? What are we gonna try today? So that word try is very powerful also. Um, so I'm going to try to eat breakfast today. You'll try, and there is beauty in that. I would always say there is beauty in attempt. You're going to attempt pa lang, okay na yon. Okay, so give yourself that. Parang, okay, at least I tried. I didn't stay in bed the whole day.
Yeah.
So little steps, these little steps, they help a lot. They give you a ripple effect. They give you waves of hopefulness, right? Um, Also, I like the phrase show up. So keep showing up, even if you're not at your best. Just be there. Just try for work, maybe for your friends, for your family, for yourself.
Yeah.
Just show up. Just show up. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the things that I can suggest.
Okay. Thanks, Kimi. We'll entertain our first question from Joseph Malyari. Hi, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
His question is, hi, what would you advise creative guys on a work from home basis who are continuously bombarded with toxicity on group chats due to various deliverables? Thank you.
Thank you. I'm trying to understand. So the chat groups have work loads, like they're asking him to do something, and there's
I
a lot.
because I from what I understand, Joseph works from home,
Yes.
so they have work chat groups, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess similar to other businesses, maraming I mean everybody's trying to adapt, 'di ba? Their businesses because they don't want to close down, they don't want to lose money, lose business.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess there's that pressure to deliver, to keep like churning out stuff, to keep trying to satisfy clients, and parang that gigil to parang kailangan natin gawin to. I guess that's where he's coming from, and he wants to understand how to kind of deal with that,
Mm,
manage that.
perhaps, perhaps it would be a good idea to set proper boundaries with work from home. First of all, I would highly suggest that he sets up a workstation for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two, perhaps give a time frame for when you're going to reply to your client. I mean, and from what time to what time? Let's say it's from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's sagad na, right? So after 8 p.m., that's your time for yourself. I'm pretty sure there could be like additional questions to this, like what if my boss doesn't want that, or somebody who asks me to do something really wants it at this time. Then you know what, the key really here with everything that's happening with all this online thing is communication. You're just going to actually tell them like, hey, you know what, I'm having trouble dealing with this right now, that I need to reply at 12 midnight, so I'm setting time for myself. From 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., you can contact me and I can do your revisions or whatever it is, but it's just from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I hope that helps. I think that's a very good like leeway, the time already. But this is really giving yourself breathe a breather and being able to like identify the your time at home and your time at work. So I hope that helps.
I think so. Joseph, if you have additional questions, please go ahead and ask away. But
Yes.
while you're thinking about your questions, so Kim, kanina you mentioned that you wanted to see the beauty in the circumstances, in what's going on in the crisis. And I know, based on observation, how some people could react to that negatively, because
Mm,
I mean, it could be mistaken for toxic positivity,
yeah.
or parang being indifferent or being
Right.
blind to everything
Mhm.
that's going on. So how would
Yes.
you address that?
Yeah, and even privilege, like they'll be like, oh my gosh, how can she talk about it that way? Like, how can she put the word beauty in whatever's happening right now? um I like, for like personally, I also have been trying, and I think I can talk confidently about this because I personally experienced the anxiety. Like, I was in bed for 3 days before yeah, like before the entire lockdown. I was actually feeling sick, and I couldn't breathe because I was having anxiety. And then that weekend before the whole ECQ, I just stayed in bed, and I just kept on thinking, like, I just need to not do anything for 3 days. But after this, I'm going to do something. I'm going to think, what can I do for others? Because like, I'm safe. Um, and I am not a frontline personnel. I don't need to deliver anything, but what can I do? So I'm coming from that space that I am safe, and at the same time, I would like really encourage other people also to think of ways on how they can serve others. And when you do that, I think that's where you see the beauty in all of this. That, oh, I am capable. Um, I can help, and other people can do the same as well. So I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? That I see the beauty because of being able to help others at this time.
Yes,
Yeah.
understand.
Yes.
Um, I guess also because you touched on privilege, I think some
Mhm.
people naman, because they have the privilege to kind of stay in and not go out, work from home, or they have access, easy access to all these things that they need, diba? They feel guilty.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's me also. Talaga ako talaga. Example. No, because so I created my podcast, and it was all guided meditations. And every day I would update my status message on Facebook. I'll say like, "Oh my gosh, 1,000 people listen to oh my gosh, 3,000 people listen." And deep inside also, and I even shared it online, I said, I was feeling guilty celebrating that win. Like, oh my gosh, why am I feeling guilty? But of course, I have my own life coach. I had to talk to her. I had to talk to myself, convince myself that amidst crisis and things not really going so well, there are still some things, some wins, and some good news in the world, and I shouldn't feel guilty about that. So I had to convince myself that it's okay, and there are so many things to be grateful for.
Thank you, Kimmy. Ano pa ba? I think ang dami kasing interconnected topics and
Super.
by topic I mean feelings about, you know, everything that's going on. One of the other things that I guess we've observed is that meron namang pressure to be productive, 'di
Yeah.
ba? Na
Yeah.
parang, okay, there was this person who tweeted, let's not name names, but I mean in general, hindi ko naman siya kakilala.
Uh,
Tweeted that, you know, if you haven't learned a new skill, you haven't, I don't know, finished cleaning your house or whatever, you didn't make good use of your time.
hmm. Yeah, it's so difficult now, because now we're grieving.
Mhm.
But because I am a coach and I take people to the next level, then I'm also kind of like, I'm a pusher.
Mhm.
Um, So this happened Easter, and that has been a month already of the ECQ. And I would really tell people, it's been a month already, and I'm pretty sure you've felt your feelings for 1 month. If you haven't, I mean, I can help you feel your feelings, but at the same time, because um, we don't know, there's uncertainty about the time
Mhm.
as well, then you kind of have to try to do something. Um, it can be very simple. It doesn't have to be grandiose. It doesn't have to be a full course. It could be just one video of something, like maybe folding the napkin beautifully. It could be as simple as that. Um, but just try. Again, I just like that word try, because there is growth in there somewhere.
Mhm.
I keep telling people, why don't we grow through this instead of just going through it? Let's grow through it.
I
And
like
how, yeah.
I mean, I guess once we've all kind of felt our feelings and we are okay to try, then we can grow with what's going on.
Yes, you can start being more flexible, adapting. Um, but it's really a lot of self-checking,
Yeah.
knowing yourself talaga. Your EQ, emotional intelligence, is at work right now. It's at its peak, kumbaga. And if you don't know how to do that to yourself, then like apps like the one that you use would be useful. Um, I mean, I have my own 10-day meditation program, which they can also try. There are guide questions there. So try to ask for help. Please reach out if you need some help in that department.
Okay. Um, Based on experience now, Kimmy, I'm sure you
Mhm.
have your clients, especially now, go to you.
Yeah.
What are their concerns that I feel like it might be common and something that everybody shares? Kasi baka
For
na-realize na
yeah, for
magka-
me, for the first month, yung first month talaga, people kept on messaging me because they couldn't sleep.
Oh, same. Why
Yeah,
didn't I message you? I should have.
you should have. So the meditations helped.
Okay.
Um, Also, I sent healing energy their way. I don't know if like people are aware of Reiki, and Reiki is energy. And then I
Maybe
just
not. Baka you wanna explain
yeah.
really?
So Reiki is life force energy. I believe everything has energy. Um, this room has energy. Even the connection now has energy. And this energy helps heal and balance you. And I believe this is from God. So I still pray and I say, okay, Sarah can't sleep right now. Can you please help me, energy, to send some energy to her so that she can sleep well. And then I kind of like visualize light flowing through Sarah, and then she'll feel more relaxed and she'll fall asleep. Um, so it has helped a lot of people for the past 2 months already. And yeah, that's like number one talaga, the sleeping. And sleep is key for your well-being, for
Yeah.
your well. If you lack sleep, it you'll go crazy. Um, there are people. Yeah, so yeah, you'll just go crazy when you lack sleep, when you don't have enough rest in your body. Your cells will not rejuvenate. So and then that will compromise your immune system. So you don't want that. You really want to sleep more.
And especially now, I mean, as you know, regular people at home, as you mentioned, we're not frontliners. The Our job is to stay home, to
Yes.
to take care of ourselves and our families, and to try and just be okay so that we can come out on the other side later on when this is all over okay or better. I mean, for some people who are able to, I don't know, write a book during this time, good for them.
Yeah, some people are really thriving. Some are losing weight. Um, some have really beautiful skin because of this, because they're able to sleep more. They're able to teach their kids, and they realize, oh, my son is not very good in math, so let's put in more arts and movement. So there's a different kind of awareness that is happening right now. And yeah.
Okay, we have a question from Dana Praise Guerrero. This might have been answered already, but I'd like to acquire some practical recommendations in terms of audio visual exercises for self check ins. So, like, how do you keep yourself truly mindful and not guilt yourself into being productive as a creative?
Audio visual, what does that mean? Like videos?
Could be.
Okay, I'll just answer whatever comes up in my mind right now. So if there are, I think these are apps. Is she talking about apps? Maybe.
It could be
Mm,
app related, or maybe even things that you can consume on YouTube if you have. I mean,
yeah.
remember in Dumaguete when we slept in the same room and then you were listening to ano ba yon? Whale sounds ba yon? Is it
Oh,
whale sounds?
it's Reiki.
Oh,
It's Reiki meditation. Yeah.
so it's Reiki meditations. But so you were listening to something and it helps you go to sleep. So maybe
Right.
something like that.
Absolutely. Yes. So I don't know if you've heard of ASMR. Have
Yeah.
you heard that? Like, just sound like this. So it helps. It really helps. So you can just type down ASMR sounds for sleeping. Then you can listen to that. Then you can sleep more. Having a gratitude jar, journal, or list is like that's very visual. I like the grateful jar because if you have a transparent jar and you put pieces of paper in it, you are going to see it physically that it is growing, like there's more stuff in it. And even just a mere vision of that gives your heart fullness. So a grateful jar would be really good. Drink lots of water. I know some have tumblers and they also have like measurements for it or time stamps so
Mhm.
that each time you drink, it's 10 o'clock na, so I need to drink some more. So that's also like a visual of what you can do, and it helps your wellness and well-being. What else? Yeah, so far that one. Some apps. What do I use as apps? There's the
Sorry.
Calm app, right? What do you use?
Me, I really just have one meditation app, the Stop, Breathe, and Think. But I think her question might be related also to how to enhance her creativity and kind of check in with
Ah,
herself to be able to
okay,
kind of create something or manifest that in the physical sense.
right. The first thought that comes into my mind would be like a visualizing meditation.
Yes, something like that, I think.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. So what I do, and I'd like to share with all of you, is a reverse engineering meditation. What does that mean? Like it sounds very interesting, right? Basically, you are going to think of maybe if you're going to submit something and you want somebody's approval, then you already go to that state of you getting approved, and then reverse meaning, okay, what did you do to get to that feeling of getting approved?
Mhm.
Oh, I worked on it, maybe had 5 copies of it. Then maybe I really set my time for it. So you kind of like reverse, like from the day that you get approved for, till the day you started. So
Mm.
baliktad siya. Okay. Um, so let's just try a little maybe with you, Sarah. What is your goal for like 2021 for next year, for May 8th, 2021? What is one thing?
To still be alive.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
want that
to,
also.
you know, to still
Yeah.
be here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
can you imagine yourself 2021 and you're still alive, you're still here? How do you look like? What are you doing? Where are you?
Hmm. I think we would be in our other home because we're staying in a halfway house.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would maybe have longer hair that's better taken care of. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I always put my hair up because I haven't really had time then. I mean, before the ECQ to um, get my hair done, cut, trimmed, or treated or colored. So it's just always up like that. So maybe at that point, I would have taken better care of myself.
Okay.
We would probably, because it's a Friday, so I
Mm-hmm.
would probably be at work, corny, looking out the window. Kasi may window sa tabi ng desk
Yeah,
ko.
sure.
The light is really nice. So you
Yeah,
see the sun go down and then the light turns parang yellow orange.
yeah.
And then you're kind of happy because I imagine being happy or even relieved because oh my gosh, the work week is done. I can go home to my family. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to find out also if you're feeling happy right now. So it's as if we are there, okay?
Mhm.
Because you're happy right now, where do you feel the happiness in your body?
In my cheeks. Pwede ba yun?
Oh, my
Kasi when you smile, di ba nandito yun?
smiling, you feel it there. And then allow it to just flow through you, like that sensation. And
Mm-hmm.
then here, even in your neck and your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers. And then
Mm-hmm.
take a breath in.
Do I have to
Yes.
close my eyes?
Up to you. You can close your eyes, sure. Okay. Just take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale. And if this feeling had a color, what would it be?
Pink.
Pink. Okay, nice.
Not
Pink.
my favorite color, but that was the first thing that came to mind.
Okay, so pink. And then what's the temperature? Is it hot or cold?
Warm. Just
Warm.
not like humid, but just warm. You know, when you're at the beach and then you,
Mm.
in the morning, you step out of your, I don't know, your room or your cabana or whatever. And it's that morning sun warmth.
Aha.
Not too hot. It's not, hindi nakakapaso. It's,
Uh-oh.
it's just nice.
Okay. And can you feel that warmth all over your body? Can you try to do that?
With my eyes closed.
Yeah, sure. You can close your eyes. Yeah, and then from the top of your head down to your toes, feel that pink, warm sensation of happiness. Is there any other term for this? Like, how can you describe it?
I'm thinking like relief. Like I feel relieved.
And now let's just reverse a little bit. So maybe from the beginning of the year 2021, what did you do to get to this point that you're in the office and you're seeing the sun going down and you're feeling this warmth in your body? What did you do in January 2021 to get to that point?
Mm, I
Like your
probably revisited. I have a planner for all the things that I wanna. Of course, I have a planner for all the things that I wanna do. So
yes.
parang not just do, but kind of like checking with myself.
Uh-huh.
So I think I fill that out, or if I'm there in January, I'm filling it out.
Okay.
Being reflective, but also kind of doing some more self introspection on how I can be better, how I can be better as a person, as as a mom, as a teammate, as an employee, as a friend, as everything.
Okay. So just take a deep breath in and just thank yourself for creating those plans. Then release. Okay, and then one more time, take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale, and now let's reverse a little bit more, maybe December, because there's a lot of holidays in December. It's busy, but what did you do in December to get you to May 8th, 2021?
What did I do in December? I uh, I probably I probably prepared. I
Yeah.
told you I'm a planner. I probably prepared for the year ahead,
Mm-hmm.
kind of tick the boxes that I need to tick off from my list of things I need to
Mm-hmm.
get done for the year that was.
Aha, okay. So now take a deep breath in. How do you feel now that you did all of those in December? So imagine you're in December and you're doing that. How does that feel?
I think I feel relieved. I guess
Mm,
because it's the end of the year and you're looking forward. I think everybody looks forward to a clean slate, starting
yeah.
over. And because you brought up December and January, yun yung parang, okay, tapos na, fresh
Mm-hmm.
start. So
Right.
I think I would still be feeling relieved that,
Okay.
hey, this is done. Tapos na.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move to October, maybe. And since it's kind of like maybe it's fresh that we're just getting used to like normalcy,
Yeah.
what are you doing at that point, do you think, to get you to that happy state um, by your window?
I think, well, based on experience, October last year for us was very stressful at work. So if we're thinking October 2020, I'm probably just trying to calm myself down,
Mm,
trying to, remember to be present, to
yeah.
be grateful that I am alive, that I have a job, that I have a family, that I have a home.
Mm, right.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's rewind. Let's just do a little fast forward, but rewinding to May 8th, 2020. So, like today, what
Mhm.
are you doing for your May 8th, 2021 self?
I guess going back to the stuff that I've learned from you today,
Mhm.
I like what you said kasi about di naman nadagdagan ng time eh. It's the
Mhm.
same. We have not 8 hours, sorry. Work pala yun. 24 hours in a day and like 7 days in a week.
Mhm.
I think I'm learning more to prioritize,
Mhm.
set boundaries, and yeah, just to kind of, yun na nga, because it's a habit to, I know a lot of people who also like to plan
Mhm.
way ahead and then get disappointed because their plans didn't work out.
Mhm.
So just planning for maybe pwedeng itong week lang na to or pwedeng hanggang bukas lang. And then just to kind of learn to not control everything, not
Mhm.
control the outcome so much.
Mhm. And that takes you to that moment in your desk with your window and that warmth.
Yes.
So take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. And now come back to today, May 8th, 2020. And how did that exercise feel for you? Did you like it? Or what did you take what's your takeaway from that?
I like it because I'm able to to think about. I've never done the reverse engineering. I'm always like just planning, 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 but I never visualize the outcome. Parang
Something.
especially for presentations at work. So, you know me, I'm not a talker so much, and I'm a bit of an introvert. So it's takes a lot for me to, stand up in front of a crowd or in front of a boardroom filled
Yeah.
with, executives and
Mhm.
telling them, giving them a message or saying something that I need to say about my
Right.
work, my business, our
Mhm.
team. So, nakalimutan ko.
You know what? Actually, this is very good for you as a planner because if you already visualize the outcome, now you can plan for what you're going to do to achieve the outcome.
Yeah,
Right. So for planners out there, I think the reverse engineering visualization would be very good. If you're trying to create something, then already visualize um, like a product or
Mhm.
whatever it is. Then you plan backwards so that you can achieve it. Maybe
Right.
that's maybe that would be helpful.
Sorry to add, yun nga, because I forgot my thought.
Mhm.
So because I don't visualize, I kind of panic na parang,
Mm.
oh my gosh, and then I end up just saying either the right things or the wrong things.
Okay, yeah. So it's very nice to just be like fully present. And because you've seen it already, I always say this, because you've seen it already, that means it's so possible that it could happen. I mean, that vision of you by your window at work, that's so possible. You've seen it already.
Thanks, Kimmy. So now that we've sort of covered dealing with ourselves, maybe now we can talk about, helping people around us.
Mm,
Start with helping people in our own homes, in our families. How do we? I guess one of the questions of some people would be to how to handle, I don't know, your housemate who might be on the brink of a breakdown. I don't know if that's the correct term. But yung parang ano na, oh my gosh, malapit na siyang, I don't know.
oh yeah. For me, what's very helpful would be really being heard, and when somebody is really listening. Um, and you don't, when you're listening, you don't even need to react. You just need to be there for them and hear them out.
Mhm.
That would be very helpful if you are in the house with them. And even if you're not with them, maybe through text or FaceTime, then you can listen to them. Like, how are you? But how really? How are you talaga? And then they'll start saying their feelings, and it is a process for them. And that's when they feel their feelings, when they voice it out, then they realize, oh, wait a minute, that's how I'm feeling na pala. Now I have to do something about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if, I mean, sometimes this is also my struggle when when I check in on a friend or a family member and then they start to, Kimmy, what happened?
Yeah. Somebody calling, my phone in question.
Okay. So when they start telling you or pouring all these emotions onto you, you're listening, right? But don't you feel the need to kind of say something? Parang you wanna help eh.
Right.
So how do you even manage that? Na parang wala akong masabi. I don't know how to help you because I'm also just, you know, trying to be there for you.
Yes. So you will say that actually. You know what? I don't know what to say, but I'm here with you and we're in this together. Like I can't go out either, but I'm here. Like physically I'm here. Like what do you need? Do you need me to cook for you? Do you need me to make tea for you or coffee? Like I will really do whatever it is to make you feel a little bit better. So really just serving, and asking, how can I best serve you? And if they feel, they'll say naman like, ano, they'll say, just be there, like, beside me. Okay na ako. Okay, I'll just be here beside you. Um, and I feel like in these times, honesty would be the best, like, I can, what do we call it? Best tool. Just be honest. Like, you know what? I also don't know how to help you, but I'm here. Can I just stay beside you right now? Do you think making a plan would be helpful? So those things, just honesty. We
Oh,
have a question.
we have a question
Yes.
from where?
What do you? 0917.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I just saw it pop up.
Where?
Uh,
I'm
I
in the
have
Q&A box.
no idea. I think in that chat box.
Ah, okay.
What do
In
you
the
think
chat
of
box.
what do you think about increase in screen time and the effects of it for some people who are anxious? Okay, how do you manage it? I control my screen time in terms of like the news channels.
Mhm.
um and there's so much groups like on Viber and on WhatsApp, and they keep sending, updates about how many people have been infected, etc. And that is like, it stresses me out actually. So I think once a day is okay. Some people kasi they do it hourly, pero relax guys. So maybe once a day would be nice, because I feel like we still need to be updated. I mean, that's the reality of life. But not hourly. um I think choosing the right shows would be best for you. Like, I watch Nailed It. Do you know that show?
Yeah.
It's so fun because I don't need to think. It's like it's a ano for my brain, like, rest.
Right.
Also watch RuPaul's drag show. It's super fun.
Mhm.
So I try to watch shows that make me a little bit happier, at least for the time being, right? So um, I also watch a lot of motivational stuff. On Instagram, there's a lot of people going on live, and
Mhm.
like the people that I follow, who do I follow? Simon Sinek goes online. Um, Seth Godin also goes online a lot. The author of Untamed, forget her name, but she also goes online a lot. So just try to choose very well your screen, not screen time, but screen content that you consume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and most phones today, I think it's able to provide you data of how much time you spend on particular things like social media or on your games or whatever. And you can actually set the timer. So that's what I have for my phone, my non-work phone.
Mm-hmm.
And every day I only spend maybe my limit is 6 hours. And I
Oh
never
my God.
fully consume it for my personal.
Wow.
So, I mean, I check social media for work, but my own personal social media, I don't check it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Same with the news. I mean, I want to be informed, but I don't want to be informed, every
Yeah,
minute.
exactly.
So I also just check it maybe once or twice in a day or through my partner who just tells me, parang, oy, alam mo ba, ganito
Mm-mm.
nangyari sa ano. And I'm like, totoo ba yan? Or fake news ba yan?
Fake. Right, yeah. But
Yeah.
also at home, some people will also give you news. So parang, I don't wanna, like, I mean, we get these frustrations at home as well. So just how to manage that, I think really it's communication and being honest. Like, you know what, it's not serving my highest good right now. And my intention when I use my phone is really like to be able to serve others, to be able to nourish myself. So I don't want to have that like toxicity in my system right now. But I would like to be informed when I want to be informed.
Yeah, I think that's what I did also at home. Because
Mm-hmm.
my partner is the opposite of me. She checks everything all the time. And that's
Yeah,
how she, that's how she copes. And that's fine. That's
yeah,
what makes her happy.
yeah, yeah.
But sometimes I don't want to hear it. So I told her, if it's non-objective news, it's
Mm-hmm.
fake miss, or it's it's sometimes I just don't want to hear it.
And that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. But if you know, pag nagkakagulo na talaga sa labas, syempre kailangan
Oo
alamin.
naman. But
Mm-mm.
yung mga iba kasi na, it's so easy to get caught up, I guess, in hearsays na, uy, sabi, ganito daw. I won't even say it anymore kasi it might stress other
Oo.
people out. So parang, wag mo nang i-share if hindi pa naman siya confirmed. Or
Oo.
if it's something that you know will just cause further panic, diba?
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
we have that understanding in our household that,
Mm,
okay, certain ano lang. And then if I want to read about it myself, I'll open my phone and I'll look for it.
yes, so absolutely. I totally agree. So hopefully you guys, I mean, I hope that our answer helps.
Yes, I hope so too. One question. I think we can entertain one last question.
Okay.
This is from Revi and Bell.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the pressure of the need to be super productive and maximizing the work from home setup?
You know what? I'm guilty kasi here eh. So I'm really trying to maximize the work from home. I work from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Mhm.
Because I don't need to travel. During morning meetings, you don't even need to shower. But guys, kayo nag-shower ko talaga.
Ako din. Ito na ba?
Yeah, so there's just more opportunity for you to like meet online with people and do the work that you need to do. So how will we, let me just reread the question. How do you deal with the pressure of the need to be super productive? Um, I will just always go back to communication talaga. Parang if you're getting pressured already, then why don't you tell your boss about it? Um, it would be nicer if there's honesty and yeah, that's all I can say right now. Um,
And to set boundaries, like you
right,
mentioned earlier.
boundaries. Yeah, I think that's the healthier way. Instead of like even confronting, just say, you know what, I think it would be healthy if our work hours would be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Smiley face.
And hopefully, the receiver of this message would be open-minded also.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Because you know what? It will also help that person like
To
relax. Yeah, to relax. Like, oh, oo nga na, bakit siya hanggang 8 p.m. lang? Eh di ako din 8 hanggang 8 p.m. lang. Di masaya lahat. Di ba? So, hopefully talaga. But it's also difficult. I have noticed that as employees are a little bit more relaxed than entrepreneurs, the business owners, because they really carry the weight of, okay, my employees need to survive. They have families to feed,
yeah, yeah.
and the business itself, like, oh my gosh, is it going to survive even? So there's so much pressure with entrepreneurs and leaders. And the employees, yes, there is pressure, but it's a little bit more less. I have noticed. This is an observation.
Mhm. I think to add to that, because we've had, we have friends who have startups that
Mm,
paano pa lang sila eh, magsa-start pa lang and then the lockdown happened. And, things were hard because they put their money
yeah.
into that business.
Money, time, effort,
Yeah.
everything. So it's really difficult, and I don't know. I just feel like I know it's kind of cliche, but really to trust and have faith that everything will turn out for the better. It will get better. This too shall pass. All of these cliche words, I actually
Mhm.
believe in them. That's the thing. Like, this too shall pass. Yes, it will in time. Um, and I trust in divine timing. Maybe really it's not the right time,
Mhm.
and maybe next year is a better time and it'll even be better. So when you just have that mindset, also it helps you deal with things.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, to everyone out there, if you guys still have questions, we can possibly entertain one more. But if there is none, that's also okay. You guys can actually reach out to Kimi on her Instagram. She goes live, as you mentioned, and
Mm.
even on Facebook, right?
Yeah, so I have these things like the one that I have now with you guys. But right now I have set a boundary for myself, because the last March and April it was like almost every single day I was having a live, and I
I
said,
saw. I saw.
like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, I'm getting tired. So I said, I'm only showing up on Tuesdays. So Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., it's called Tuesdays with Kimi. Get the reference? So parang Tuesdays with Maury. Ganyan.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
So
So
I guess for
Tuesday,
people who have questions that but I don't know if you guys are maybe more comfortable sharing
mm,
asking that question in a more private way, then
mm.
yeah, and Kimi's
Yeah,
live
some
is
people are shy also because the topic is, I think, more personal.
yeah.
So they can just go to my website, which is www.kimilulifecoach.com, or they can follow me on Instagram at KimiLuLifeCoach. Also, for everyone who's here, I want you guys to know that I have a free, absolutely for free, 10-day meditation program. So you can join that. You can go to the website or to the Instagram account. You'll find it there.
Okay. Well, I think that's all the time we have. Thank you so much, Kimi, for everything that
Thank
you've shared with us today. I am going to remember a lot of things, like especially the breathing part, the reverse engineering. What is it called again?
Visualization,
Reverse engineering, visualization, and of just
prioritizing.
prioritizing and just being in the moment.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Thank you so much, Sarah.
thank you
And
so much, and I hope
remember,
everybody had, for the people who spent their time with us. Thank you so much. I hope you guys were able to pick up a thing or two. Again, you can ask Kimi all your questions or pag nahihiya pa kayo, go ahead. She's available every Tuesdays, and you can also head on over to Wonder. We do have some content that might be able to help you guys.
yay.
Yes, thank you so much.
Guys, have a happy weekend at home.
Yes. Before everybody, I guess, leaves, we just wanted to say thank you again for attending day 4 of 0917 Lifestyles Creative Exchange powered by Wonder. Um, we would also like to thank a couple of people, so please don't leave yet. I want to make sure that I mention everybody. To thank those people who have made this series a success. Thank you, of course, to 0917 Lifestyle, Globe Studios, and Team Wonder for putting us in touch with the speakers from the previous days, including CJ Cruz, Jade Castro, AJ Dimarukot, and of course our very own Kimi Lu and Quark. Thank you so much also for hosting the 2 other days. Thank you everyone who spent their time with us and for giving what you can to help our frontliners. Remember that all your contributions are helpful, are valid, and they will go a long way. So if you missed the first few days of Creative Exchange, the series is available or will be available on 0917lifestyle.com and wonder.ph. Lastly, if you or you know someone who'd like to donate to a good cause, you know, the giving doesn't stop here. You can do so through the QR code provided on 0917's social media accounts. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.